Conquest 1453.
بأحاديثكم هذه فتحتم لنا وللمسلمين طريقا للجهاد يا رسول الله. ائذن لي لأبشر بهذا المسلمين جميعا. السلام عليكم. السلام عليكم.
الحمد لله، ها قد جاء أبو أيوب.
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام. ماذا قال رسول الله يا أبا أيوب؟
قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم: لتفتحن القسطنطينية، فلنعم الأمير أميرها، ولنعم الجيش ذلك الجيش.
The year that Mehmet, who would have the honor of becoming that blessed commander, was born, numerous miracles were witnessed. Horses gave birth to many twin babies. The land gave crops 4 times in a year, and the branches of the trees bent down to the ground. So heavy were they with fruit. The comet observed over Constantinople in the same year was considered to be a sign that the unbreakable walls of the city would fall.
فاستوى على سوقه يعجب الزراع ليغيظ بهم الكفار. وعد الله الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات منهم مغفرة وأجرا عظيما. صدق الله العظيم.
Umaytun has given birth to a healthy boy, my Sultan.
Let us name him Mehmet to show our respect to our Prophet. I gave him his name. May Allah give him his fate.
told you I would defeat you one day, Hasan.
And I told you that would be the happiest day for me, my Sultan.
My Sultan, a letter from Halil Pasha, Medelne.
Both the public and the army were unhappy with Sultan Mehmet because of the dispute with his viziers and warlords and the latest military failures. Sultan Mehmet quit the throne and abdicated to his 12-year-old son Mehmet. A child trying to run a government was a great opportunity for the enemies of the Ottoman state to take action. A new crusader menace emerged, mostly incited by Byzantium. Halil Pasha invited Sultan Mehmet back to his throne under the pretext of these problems, thus reinforcing Sultan Mehmet's position as the Sultan. All of this was in fact a political maneuver, and Mehmet became the first overthrown Sultan in Ottoman history and was sent back to Manisa city as the victim of this ploy.
You had strong arms to conquer cities and bring armies to their knees. But they never held me, not even once. You had sharp eyes for envisioning the future of our governance. But they never looked at me tenderly. They never had the chance to see the love that I feel for you. My heart longed to kiss the land that you stepped on. And now my heart longs to conquer all the faraway lands that you will never be able to step foot on, Father. To build a worldwide empire. Why are my father's visors standing aside? Come stand next to me, appropriate to your ranks. After 5 years, I'm back on the throne that is my birthright. What do you think, Halil Pasha?
You were too young then, my Sultan. The Crusaders had crossed the Danube to expel us from Rumelia. And that is why we asked your father to take back the throne. All for the sake of our government. If you believe that our actions were misguided, then our lives are at your mercy.
I do not doubt that, Halil. Therefore, also, for the sake of our government, I appoint you Grand Vizier. Shahabettin, Zahanus, and Zeruza shall be my viziers too.
Murat Bey is dead, Your Majesty. Sultan Mehmet took the throne for the second time.
From your reaction, I see that you're as pleased as I am by the news that we've just heard.
I am not, Your Majesty.
It seems that Grand Duke Natars is worried that Mehmet will besiege the city like his father did. Just declaring that we would support Mustafa's claim to the throne was enough for Murat to take his army back to Edirne.
Now we have an even stronger Sultan candidate, Prince Orhan.
This is all delusional. Sultan Mehmet's only desire is to destroy our empire. He has studied engineering in order to break down our defenses. He has studied our language to understand our weaknesses and our religion to strangle our faith. He might be young now, but he is the Antichrist, Your Majesty.
Grand Duke Notaris, you must cease your worrying. Mehmet is a sultan who's already been overthrown. His own people do not respect him. Don't worry, Notaris. Before he knows it, we will demonstrate our power to him.
Fresh! Come and see!
You're getting younger, old man. And teaching the Sultan to hold a sword with his gentle hands did not diminish you, Hasan. Have a seat. You taught him to use the sword, but what about ruling? Who will teach him to rule? That capability is something you either have in you, or don't. Be fair, Master. Our Sultan was only 12 years old back then. Nobody cares about his age, Hasan. Was he on the throne? Yes. Was he overthrown? Yes, he was. That's all the people need to know. They don't care about the rest. And if the infidel's puppet, Orhan, had taken the throne, do you believe that would have been better for the people? You are not aware of Mehmet's many virtues. You will regret your words when the day comes, Master.
Your Emperor Constantine brings me great pleasure with the beautiful words he speaks about my late father. And about Orhan. Your Emperor wishes to increase the subsidy that we've been paying for years to 300,000 coins. It is very important for our dynasty that Orhan live in a comfortable life. I will give you my orders. Tell your Emperor that he will receive the friendship he desires to build. Do you believe Constantine's sincerity, Mentor?
He has neither the courage nor the strength to cross the line, my Sultan.
Make contact with the Roman, Hungarian, Polish, and Siberian kings, and also with the Pope. Tell them that we want to live in peace with them.
As you wish, my Sultan.
You may leave now. Zarganos and Shahabetin, Pashas you stay. I can see that both of you are unhappy with my decisions.
It is not our place to question the decisions that you make, my Sultan.
However, my Sultan, we might have something to say. You consult with us before you issue an official order.
There is no more important duty for the sake of our government than the conquest of Constantinople. We must be very patient until we eliminate one by one all the obstacles that stand between us and our goal of taking over that city.
Mother, I really miss my father.
Not father, but my Sultan. So what will you call him?
My Sultan.
Mm-hmm.
My Sultan, I know there is a reason for everything you do, but reinstating Khalil Pasha as the Grand Vizier and compromising with Constantine has disappointed your subjects. These moves are seen as signs of weakness. I fear that if we are unable to gain the trust of our people, the army, in the future we may come up against some very grave problems.
Government is not a place for displaying power, Zaganos. It is a tool for protecting the interests of the people, for providing them with wealth and building a future for them. That is what makes a Sultan powerful. Don't worry. When the time comes, my army and my subjects will understand the reasons why I'm making these decisions. Check. Welcome, Gulbaratun.
It was a very long way, my Sultan. But it was worth it. Just to see you.
Yes, Father. My Sultan.
Your son, Prince Byzid, missed you a lot. He even called your name while he slept.
Go on. Get some rest.
Caught you at the last minute. I talked to the Duke one last time. But, I couldn't convince him. I'm afraid that he is simply not interested in your new crane designs.
I figured as much.
But he did say that you could build a cannon foundry immediately if your father agrees.
You know my father. He won't agree to it.
I know, and I told the Duke.
Thank you for everything. I appreciate what you've done for me. Goodbye.
Hera, don't go. Become my wife. We'll bring your father here too, and I can convince the Duke in time. In fact, I can even convince the Duke to build your father a dockyard.
I told you already. You will always be a very dear friend to me.
Travel safely.
He just can't sleep, my lady.
Why won't you sleep, my son?
Don't sultans also love their children, Mother?
What are you talking about, Bayezid? As you grow up, you will come to understand how much our sultan loves you. My dear son.
Your grandfather Osman. I founded this principality, and it was my successors, your forefathers, your father, who turned it into the powerful state it is today. And you will be the one who turns this state into a vast and mighty empire, Mehmet. You deserve this ring more than anyone. Mehmet, you are that righteous commander who was acknowledged by our prophet. May Allah bless your campaign.
My Sultan. Are you all right?
Either I will conquer Constantinople, or Constantinople will conquer me.
Leave it, you bastard! Don't run! Come here! Catch that boy! Come here!
I'm terribly sorry. What have you done?
Yeah, stop that! Don't hit me!
Look at her, leave him.
I tripped! What can I do about it?
You made me fall down.
Where's the kid? Where is that bastard? Where did he hide? Anybody see him?
Go on now, run.
So how was Voyager?
It was no fun without you. But overall, it wasn't bad. It stormed for a while, actually.
Really?
Oh, by the way, I got the book you asked for.
So tell me, what did the Duke say?
He's not interested in our designs.
The fake nobleman. He doesn't see the value of the cranes I designed.
He has other things in mind. He wants you to make cannons for his army.
They can go to hell, all of them. Doesn't he know that I won't make cannons for anyone anymore? And what about Giustiniani? How was he?
Exactly the same. He asked me to marry him, as always.
And you said no to him, as always.
Constantine invited Orhan to dinner tonight. Let's meet after the dinner.
We have been informed that Kahramanol Ibrahim is making preparations for a campaign against Sultan Mehmet.
If Kahramanol attacks the Sultan, who do you think will win if he can find strong support, Prince Orhan?
Kahramanol, of course. It's not just us. Halil of Chandar feels the same way.
There is only one thing that you should do to take the throne that is rightfully yours. Provide Kahramanol Ibrahim Bey with assistance.
I will do whatever it takes.
Well, you can start by writing a letter to Kahramanol saying that we all support him. You can even offer to give him some land. If you do that, I will send 2 different messengers along 2 different routes to make sure the letter reaches Ibrahim Bey. And we will wait and see what happens next.
My Sultan, this is a letter that Constantine told Orhan to write Kahramanol Ibrahim.
Good job, Hasan.
The second messenger should be arriving shortly at Kahramanol's residence with a copy of this letter, my Sultan.
I thought Halil of Chandar Pasha would support us.
Without the support of Halil Pasha, you can't possibly gather such a big army in such a short amount of time.
The letter was nothing but a big lie. We've been fooled. If we fight, there is no way we can win.
It's hopeless.
Bring him in.
On your feet. Remember, you can wage war with anyone. But you can only make peace with an honorable man.
My Sultan, I swear on my honor, no more blood will be spilled among us as long as I live.
You will keep that promise of yours for the remainder of your life up until your final breath. Or your death shall come from my hand. Who knows? Maybe that is your destiny.
It's time to go.
my Sultan?
Read it.
It says here that Constantine would like to double the subsidy that we are currently paying for Orhan, my Sultan.
There is no obstacle to accommodating his wish. But this is neither the time nor the place.
He's taking advantage of us.
Get out. Mentor, you stay here. I thought they had no other option but to remain friendly with us. I thought they had neither the courage nor the strength. Tell me, Mentor, is this your idea of friendship? Tell me, is this your idea of friendship? Now come here. I happened to intercept this letter. It is written by Prince Orhan and is addressed to Ibrahim. Read it. Here is what surprised me the most about it. The one serpent named Orhan writes to the other serpent named Ibrahim, I have the support of Grand Vizier Halil Pasha. However, this should remain a secret for the time being.
With mighty Allah is my witness, I had nothing to do with this letter. I never strayed from your father's path, nor have I ever strayed from your path in all my days on earth.
We will discuss this matter further when we get back to Edirne. You can go now.
Sultan Mehmet wanted to break Halil Pasha's influence over the soldiers, who was now in a very bad position because of the letter. On the way back home, several soldiers asked to be paid for their services, despite the fact that they hadn't actually fought in any battles. Using the pretext of desertion, he took this opportunity to punish Janissary Master Korchuduan and his fellow Janissaries.
Send these blatant reptiles to exile. Immediately.
As you wish, my Sultan. Every single lashing that these men suffered was actually addressed to me, son.
Caramano, eh? What cowards! They surrendered without even drawing their swords.
Sultan Mehmet figured out that our policy of friendship is nothing but a game. He is no longer young and inept. He is a sultan who has claimed his first victory. You can be sure that he will not send a dime of the 300,000 coin subsidy that he recently agreed to for Orhan.
Pasha, our Sultan demands your presence.
Oh my, it is very late.
My dear Emily, this can mean only one thing in our tradition. Go and bring my shroud.
Approach. Give my mentor water. Halil, I never doubted your loyalty toward me, not for a moment. Otherwise, you would have been beheaded. Communicate to Constantine that we won't be paying the subsidy anymore.
As you wish, my Sultan.
Come here. What do you see?
I see the fort built by your heavenly grandfather, Sultan Bayezid, my Sultan.
What do you see now?
A new fort in Ramallah, my Sultan.
We will build a new fort right here in Boaz Castle, Mentor. You will be in charge of building these two bastions.
Surely you realize, my Sultan, that the moment we lay the first stone, Constantine, the Pope, and the Roman governments will know exactly what we are planning to do. They will join forces and attack us.
Neither the Romans, nor the Pope, nor Constantine pose any concern to me. Only my people don't realize it's in their interest to conquer Constantinople. Blood will be spilled no matter what. The question is, will that blood create martyrs, or will it simply go to waste? As you were.
He is building a fort right in front of us.
He will be able to intercept all the cargo ships coming from the Black Sea. That man is going to starve us.
He's preparing for a siege.
We should immediately begin making preparations for war.
Send word to my brothers in Mora. Tell them to come here at once with their army. Remind Justiniani of my offers. Tell him I will give him Limnos Island if he agrees to command my armies. And this Canan founder, what's his name, Notaras?
Urban, Your Majesty.
Convince him to manufacture stronger cannons than the ones we already have.
We expect to finish the fort in 11 months, my Sultan.
We have 5 months at most. We absolutely have to take control of the Straits so we can intercept any aid that is headed for Constantinople, both before the siege and during the siege. We will all carry rocks if that's what it takes to complete it.
My Sultan, we just learned that Constantine requested help from Mora, as you expected.
I must admit I am sorry to see the unacceptable measures that you dare to undertake to cut off the only route that connects my city to the Black Sea. Your intentions are blatantly obvious. You think you can simply pass over my walls. But you will be disappointed. Just like your late father. You stopped paying the subsidy for Orhan because of a letter that had nothing to do with us and was written completely without our knowledge. We did not protest this decision to preserve the peace between my people and yours. But if you do not stop building the fort immediately, then I will send Orhan to Edirne and do everything in my power to make sure he takes over your throne. Furthermore, you must be delusional if you think that the Pope and the Romans will just sit back quietly and ignore your actions. You will find yourself up against a Crusader army of an unprecedented magnitude.
He says he will make Orhan Sultan. He should abandon their centuries-old tactics. He must know better than anyone who my people and my army truly support. And the Pope gathering a Crusader army? let him be my guest. We will defeat them again just like we did before in Varna and Kosovo. I am not like my predecessors. I am Sultan Mehmet Han. If I want to build a fort in Rumelia during my reign, then I do it. Everything on my territory is under my sole command.
Thank you very much. We should buy salt, too.
All right, my daughter.
Engineer Evin, Grand Duke Nataras wants to see you.
Father?
You go back home. There's nothing to worry about.
Let's go.
Welcome, Engineer Evin. As you know, our city is fighting against the infidels.
Yes, sir, but this is not my fight.
All Christians are obligated to fulfill their duties, including you.
I have neither the desire nor the strength to mold the cannons you want. Forgive me.
Think about your daughter, not yourself. We wouldn't want that beautiful girl to get hurt now, would we? I'm giving you until the morning to change your mind. You can go now.
Come on, Era, hurry up. We gotta get out of here before Notaris' dogs arrive at our door.
Grand Duke Nataras has ordered your arrest. Seize them.
Stop, stop. Leave my daughter alone.
Don't touch me, you jerk!
Sultan Mehmet wishes to see you in his quarters, Engineer Evin.
We have been informed that the men who kidnapped Evin were Turks.
Rascal. He will attack my walls with the cannons that Evin makes. You must find a way to kill Evin.
We have received news from your brothers in Mora, Your Majesty. They said that Mehmet's soldiers have burnt Mora to the ground. They killed all the troops of your brothers.
That goddamn Turk! He's always one step ahead! Always!
We are sorry that we had to take you to Edirne by force.
Actually, you did us a big favor. By assisting your Sultan, I might be able to resolve a personal matter once and for all.
A personal matter?
Years ago, the Crusader army, also backed by Constantine, tried to wipe your people out from the Balkans. They burnt down all the Muslim villages in their way, including the village I came from. They slaughtered my family. I found myself in the slave market in Constantinople. If Urban hadn't taken pity on me and purchased me.
So Urban is not your father?
He's like one to me. Engineer Urban's been my father ever since. Okay, come on. We should start as soon as possible. Like my father, I'm a master at molding cannons.
But we can't have a girl in the foundry.
Don't worry. They will not see a girl. Let's go. Come on, father.
Engineer Urban, I'm very pleased to see you and your assistant with us.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Make me a cannon big enough to break the walls of Constantinople. Something that will surely never again be repeated in history.
We can cast the cannon as big as you desire.
Hasan will ensure that you are safe and your needs are met at all times. I wish you luck.
Thank you.
Make our efforts free from misfortune. Do not fail us in our mission. Let our courageous soldiers be victorious on the battlefield.
Amen.
you help, Engineer Elias?
What?
We can't call you Ira in public, can we?
Shut up. Just look at me. I look like a boy.
I think you're as lovely as you were in the market.
My goodness, so the rumors are true. The Turks performed a miracle. Look, they're signaling for us to stop.
We won't just stop because of that.
Sink that ship!
How dare he sink my ship, that bastard!
He's preparing to lay siege to Constantinople, Your Grace.
By blocking our trading, he's effectively waging war against us as well. But it would be futile for us to try and fight him directly. No, it would be better for us to supply support to Constantine.
I can go there with our ships and take command of Constantine's army, Your Grace.
Make your preparations right away.
As you wish, Your Grace.
I was worried that it was over for me, that I wouldn't be able to build what I designed when I made the decision not to cast cannons anymore, but I was wrong. I'm glad you convinced me.
I know you did it for me, Father.
Let me check the designs once more.
All right.
Please consider your decision one more time, my Sultan. We know that the Pope has already dispatched a legion of archers. And we have also been informed that the Venetians and the Genoese will be providing troops and galleys. It's clear that the Germans, English, and French will send Constantine massive reinforcements.
The English and the French destroyed one another's armies almost completely. The German king is busy with his own internal conflicts. Aren't you the one who's supposed to know what is going on in Europe better than anyone, Mentor? I've heard enough of your opposition in this matter. My decision is final. You know, you'd be better off realizing that the siege is in your best interest as well. Otherwise... Zanos, tell our spies to contact Genedeus. It is imperative that we let them know that we guarantee their freedom of prayer without any pressure whatsoever from the Catholic Church. Talk to Urban. Tell him to finish the cannon as soon as possible. We shall launch the campaign 2 months from now.
After all the dust and mud in the foundry, this is such a nice change. Thank you, Hasan.
I bet you've never eaten a more delicious fish.
It smells wonderful.
I seasoned it with some ginger and laurel leaves. I learned that from my father.
You've never talked about your family.
My mother died when I was a boy. My father was a great warrior. We fought together at the Battle of Kosovo. He became a martyr there. Do you want to taste it?
Okay. It's delicious. It's a good thing I learned the secret.
You just have to teach me how to make cannons and we're even.
Oh, you can't learn it right away. Because it's an art.
This is the 4th time. The metal is not pure enough. It has veins again.
I don't know why you keep objecting to it. We should just put more tin in the mixture.
That makes the solution denser. It will congeal before it reaches the mold.
We can build a more powerful fire and we'll be fine.
It is powerful enough. If we build it up any more, the next step is hellfire.
Why don't we give it a try? The crucibles can endure more heat.
No, it's simply too dangerous.
You say no to everything.
Dear Giovanni Longo di Giustiniani,
Your Majesty,
you came here to assist us against the unbelievable offenses of Mehmet's infidel army. I would like you to know that you and your heroic soldiers are worth more than anything to us right now.
Of course, we are very grateful for their support. But in addition to those who greet you exuberantly, there are also a considerable number of people who still haven't forgotten the pain caused by the Roman armies.
don't you think you're being unfair towards soldiers who came here to give their lives for your city, Grand Duke Notaras?
Our people will certainly embrace these heroic soldiers who have traveled so far to die defending our great city, Notaras. Do not doubt that for a moment.
Maybe you are right.
We're almost out of copper, Father.
Yes, they'll deliver more tomorrow.
The night shift's about to arrive.
You must go and rest, Foreman Mehmet. We'll stay here.
All right, Master.
Father, why don't we leave early for a change? I will cook you a delicious supper.
I was wondering when you would suggest that.
Please, Father, let's finish this tomorrow.
This is Notaras' business. Thank you, Hasan. It seems as though we will not be able to rest until those walls come down.
Hasan.
This time, thanks to you.
As I yearn to reunite with my love and share a warm embrace. What could be more natural than my tears becoming a sea? You cannot bring the beloved to the house of sorrow, no matter how strong your authority may be, O Avni.
Which perfume would you prefer to wear? Jasmine. This is the one he loves most.
I took this amulet from my father after they murdered him, to one day give to the man I love if I ever found him.
I'll never take it off.
Today is the big day. Are you as excited as I am?
Yes, I am. I don't want you to be in the siege era.
You know I will be. We talked about this.
I don't want you to get hurt.
I don't want you to get hurt either. So you don't go to war either.
But war is not for women, Era.
Not for women, you say? Have you forgotten what I went through? They slaughtered my mother and sisters in the war. None of them were soldiers. They were killed, not on the front line, but at home. Men die with honor in a war. But women lose their fathers, their children, their husbands, their honor. Women lose everything they have. I will go to this war. And there's no one that can stop me.
Praise to all of you, Engineer Urban.
Thank you, my Sultan.
Have a safe journey.
I think you were right. I was selfish. I'm sorry.
Let's go back.
Basic. Come here. Come here, son.
Father.
I wrote this for you.
My noble commanders, my courageous soldiers, and my faithful people. They dare come to our city and threaten our walls, which are protected by our guardian angel, Mother Mary. But Mother Mary is not overwhelmed by anything. At this very moment, the infidel Turks are on the way to our city to bite us with their venomous serpent fangs and poison all of our people. They seem to believe that they can get past the strongest, most glorious walls in history. But instead, we will drown them in their own blood. You are the children of the great city of Constantinople, the queen of the entire world. I know that when the day comes, you will all find the strength inside you to be fighters worthy of St. Theodora and to make history with your heroic saga. Almighty God is with us. You take Piggy Gate, Nicola Montenegro. Cresca Gate, Commander Cantoneri, deploy your troops there.
As you wish, Your Majesty.
Caligari Gate, John of Germania.
Yes, Your
and
Majesty.
Knight Giustiniani.
Yes, Your Majesty.
You will be in charge of guarding Romanos Gate with your own troops and the archers the Pope sent with you. This is our weakest point here. If God forbid the Turks manage to enter the city, I'm afraid that you will be the first to encounter.
Don't worry. I won't allow even one Turk to pass through that gate.
And our Turkish friend Orhan will be guarding Langa Port.
Yes, Your Majesty.
May God protect our city.
Raja Pasha. The line from the gate of Carisius to Avansarai.
As you wish, my Sultan.
Shahabettin Pasha, you take position from Tekfur Palace to Arequipa.
As you wish, my Sultan.
Suleiman Pasha, your navy must enter the Golden Horn. It is the weakest point in the walls.
As you wish, my Sultan.
Zanos, you will guard the Galata Ridge.
As you wish, my Sultan.
Hasan, you will be in charge of commanding the veteran soldiers. Don't send in the veterans or the cavalry until we have made a hole in the walls.
As you wish, my Sultan.
You can leave now.
That infidel is trying to test our Christian faith by starting the siege on our holiest day. This evil act shall bring him doom, and it shall bring our people eternal and everlasting salvation.
I'll tell you later.
Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome, Emperor Constantine.
I would have liked to host you and your men at my palace, but I'm afraid there's simply too many of you.
Thank you for your hospitality. It is very kind of you. But I'm here to host you at that palace.
I would like to remind you that neither our great walls nor our Christian faith have ever been broken in history, Sultan.
You will never need to remind anyone of that after this siege, Emperor.
The walls of my city have heard that many times. The last time was from your father, but just like the others, he did not succeed in penetrating them.
We came here to finish the job that he started. If you surrender the city now, you have my word that your people and their families will continue to live in peace in the future, and that their property will not be touched.
Then there will be a lot of blood. Your blood.
We obeyed what the Quran has instructed. Bring the cannon.
Just have heard the
this hole!
Are you still thinking about Era, sir?
What about the Avansari front?
The same, my Sultan. We couldn't succeed on any of the front lines. I'm afraid we have heavy casualties, my Sultan.
We're trying to open the Golden Horn front as you ordered. But whenever we come close to the chains, long-range Greek cannons start firing on us right away.
Our soldiers should not sit idle, my Sultan. They may think we are discouraged because we have not been fighting at all today.
That's exactly what I want them to think, Zanos. Order head sapper Mustafa to dig even faster. Tomorrow they will know my soldiers are waiting.
We can't fire the Basilica cannon as often as we should. If my plan works and this foam can make it cool down faster, we can get 10 shots a day out of it. I'm dizzy. I'm probably too tired.
Make way. Come on. Out of the way.
We have 50 feet to go, sir.
All right, thank you. I'll let the Sultan know. Work harder, Lions. Almost there, come on.
Get out at once! Everybody run! Get out now! It's going to collapse! Get out, it's collapsing! Hurry up! Hurry up, everybody! Get out! Run! Hurry! Run now! Selim! Run! Hurry up! Get out of here! Hurry up! Move it! Move it! Run! 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 Faster! They're here! They're here! The diggers are here! Go back! Run! Selim! Dig, my lions! Dig! Faster! Come on, lions! Dig! Dig! Faster! Faster! Come on! Jump in there! Counter them! Come on! Move it! Move! Bring the gunpowder! Come around, quick! Come on, diggers! Go faster! Stop! Silence! Come on, faster! Move! Move! They found us. Dig faster! Come on! Hurry! Move it! We must save them!
Come on, Lions!
They're very close.
Faster, faster! Come on, man, move it! Come on, Lions, dig faster! Come on, dig faster! Sir, get out of here! Selim! I won't leave you there, Selim! Sir, they've reached us! Go on and leave! Faster! Dig faster, men! Come on, move! Just go, sir! Get out! Forgive my sins! Get out of here now. Go on! We will not die for nothing, my lions. Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
What's going on?
Run! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
My Sultan gave his orders. The tower siege assault is tonight. We will get ready.
Be careful, Hasan.
You soldiers are our heroes, you know.
We will bury them all soon enough!
I saw Giustiniani on the walls today. You are right about him, Era. He is capable in a dangerous night.
It might have been easier to pass over the walls if he wasn't here. Be careful with him, Hasan.
I am Vladislaus, King of Hungary. My long-running regent, John Hunyadi, has relinquished his regency at my command. I am writing to inform you that the truce you signed with him is invalid. And I salute you sincerely with my firm belief that you will call off the siege as soon as possible, Sultan Mehmet. I ask you to please remember the great pain that we both experienced when our armies last clashed.
Tell your Hungarian king, Ladislaus, that I would be quite happy to greet him here with my army.
My Sultan, I have always told you that this campaign was a big mistake. We have been here for a month. Our army is completely exhausted. If the Hungarians were to come...
This is just a threat, Mentor. And even if it is for real, we will capture the city before they make it here. If we can't, then we will fight against both the Greeks and the Hungarians. Now go, and tell Urban that I want him to fire his cannons more frequently.
As you wish, my Sultan.
What do you think? Do you think we should fire it more frequently? Will it work?
Don't worry, Father. I'm certain my foam will work.
All right. Put the powder in, Foreman Mehmet. It's ready, sir. Okay, now bring some more foam over here for the next shot. And stretch it, men!
Father! Move back!
Move!
Move back!
Move! Sir!
Father, open your eyes!
A doctor!
This is all my fault. What if he died?
The Sultan!
As you were. When will he be okay?
In a few days, my Sultan.
The Basilica cannon is damaged and must be fixed. He must get well as soon as possible.
Yes, my Sultan.
Don't worry. I'll fix the Basilica cannon.
Stop those ships immediately! Stop them! Stop them!
My Sultan!
Stop those ships at once! Sink them! Sink them!
My Sultan! That's enough!
Thank God we totally devastated his armada.
Let's see what you will do next, Mehmet.
To our Emperor! Long live our Emperor! Long live Constantine!
You couldn't stop 3 measly ships! It's been 40 days and you haven't gotten past the Jades!
Yes, my Sultan, but the range of their cannons prevents us.
Take him out!
Exile him! Out, all of you!
Fighting.
I was opposed to this campaign from the very beginning. I said it would be the end of us. And now look at what we've got. Your actions have confused and eluded our Sultan. Right now, our government is on the verge of total collapse because of you and your personal ambitions.
Our personal ambition, Khalil, is to serve our government.
Is this your idea of service? Everybody knows that your only desire is to take over my position. You have a personal interest in this conquest.
Why don't we all remain calm? We shouldn't forget about the Hungarian menace.
If they come to help, and they could already be on their way, then we are all doomed, all of us.
We should advise our Sultan to cease this foolish campaign immediately and to turn our army around and head back to Edirne.
I hope you are beheaded.
The Hungarian army has gathered. They will be here at any moment.
That's right. If they come, we all die.
Our Sultan refuses to leave his pavilion.
Our Sultan is blinded. We simply can't pass over the walls, no matter what we do.
We are all going to die for nothing. We should go back.
Look at you grown men whining like babies! You bastards! Why then do you eat our Sultan's bread? No blood has spilled from your sword for years. Now our Sultan has opened a path to glory for you. Does this justify treason?
We fought for 40 days for nothing!
Shut your mouth! Do you really believe that a bunch of dogs like you can start a mutiny?
Watch your words! If there's a dog here, it's you!
Get out of here!
the ships onto dry land at the Golden Horn. They hauled the ships onto the land.
Show mercy, mighty lord.
Just when we thought Mehmet would admit defeat.
Our people in the army are very worried, Your Majesty. This is no good.
He is trying to capture the Golden Horn where the city walls are the weakest. He opened another front.
Our ships have tried to sink them many times, but they keep firing their cannons from Galata to keep us out of range.
We have to send troops to the Golden Horn.
They don't have any cannons in their galleys. If we deploy troops, then the other fronts will get weaker.
He will make a bridge of ships to deploy in the Golden Horn. That's his plan.
The Hungarians just couldn't come.
Giustiniani, send reinforcements to the Golden Horn at once.
My soldiers! We have a glorious history. We have conquered many strong forts. We have conquered countless great cities. We have crossed the highest mountains to reach our goals. We have broken the javelins our enemies held against our chests. We have torn down enemy flags which our foes planted in vain. We have died and suffered for the sake of glory. Today, it is our duty to prove that we are worthy of our glorious and powerful forefathers. Remember, men, true glory can be only achieved with unwavering faith. I have no doubt that we will pass over these walls with our courage. Tomorrow we will wake up to a morning that is happier than any morning God's servants have ever seen. And we will not become martyrs before we have brought our enemies down to their knees! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
I was looking for you.
We will achieve victory tomorrow. You'll see we can do it. And you will have your revenge, Era.
Hasan?
Allahu Ekber. Allahu Ekber. Semiyallahu limen hamide. Allahu Ekber. Allahu Ekber.
Today, he plans to launch his strongest assault. If we can fend it off, this war will be over.
Do not worry. Your people will celebrate your victory.
Allahu Ekber. Allahu Ekber. Esselamu aleyküm ve rahmetullah. Esselamu aleyküm ve rahmetullah.
You couldn't find us this time, you reptiles.
Sir, I'll pour the powder by the exit. Sir!
I don't want any mistakes! Get out now!
They broke down the Romanos' wall, Your Majesty. You have to get out of here.
We must go back to the palace.
You should stay in a safe place until we repel them. You're gonna die a painful death, but nobody will know about it. History never mentions the losers.
You're wrong. We never forget the martyrs. But today you will die, and nobody will remember you.
people and the army believe that the holy light that once shone on Constantinople and our empire have been taken back to heaven. You have to leave the city, Your Majesty.
Our holy light. Was taken back to heaven long ago, Notias. I should at least fight for my honor to the very end.
On your feet. You may bury your emperor according to your religion. Don't worry.
Please, God.
From now on, your lives, your property, and your destiny are part of us too. You are free to live according to your own faith.